The smiling face of Colonel Sanders has become an icon of the multi-billion-dollar fast food industry. Now, are you ready to discover the story behind the man behind the iconic Colonel Sanders? From humble beginnings to the head of a multi-billion-dollar empire, Harland Sanders' journey to success was filled with twists and turns. Join us as we delve into the life of the man behind the finger-licking good chicken and find out how he went from a small-town cook to a global icon. Buckle up, it's time to uncover the untold story of Colonel Sanders. But before we dive into his biography, please hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Let's get started. Who was Colonel Harland Sanders? Harland Sanders was a businessman who ran a popular service station and restaurant in Kentucky. He was designated a Kentucky Colonel by the governor. He focused on franchising his fried chicken business around the country, which eventually became the world's largest fast food chicken chain, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Sanders passed away on December 16, 1980 in Louisville, Kentucky. Early life and career. Harland David Sanders was born on September 9, 1980 in Henryville, Indiana. He became responsible for taking care of his younger siblings after his father passed away when he was 6 years old. Sanders had diverse work experience, holding various jobs such as a farmer, streetcar conductor, railroad fireman, and insurance salesman starting from a young age. At just 16 years old, Colonel Sanders was determined to make his mark on the world and faked his age to enlist in the United States Army. But his military career was short-lived, as he was honorably discharged a year later. He then found a job as a laborer for the railway, but was fired for getting into a fight with a co-worker. While working at the railway, he studied law, but his legal career was cut short by yet another fight. Forced to move back in with his mother and sell life insurance, Sanders got fired for insubordination. For an average human being, one would easily give up, right? But this determined man wouldn't let a few setbacks keep him down. Instead, he continued to pursue his dreams, ultimately leading to the creation of the world-famous Kentucky Fried Chicken. In 1920, Colonel Sanders tried his hand at entrepreneurship and founded a ferryboat company. However, he later decided to cash in his ferryboat business to create a lamp manufacturing company. But unfortunately, he found out that another company already sold a better version of his lamp. Despite his best efforts, it seemed like he couldn't catch a break. At the ripe age of 40, a man by the name of Colonel Sanders was just a small-town service station operator in Kentucky. But he had a secret recipe that would change his life forever. He would often feed hungry travelers that stopped by his station, and word quickly spread about his mouth-watering fried chicken. Colonel Sanders faced many challenges in his life, even as he began to advertise his food. One such incident was an argument with a competitor which resulted in a deadly shootout. 4 years later, he faced another setback when he bought a motel, but it burned down along with his restaurant. But this determined man didn't let these incidents defeat him. He rebuilt and ran a new motel until World War II forced him to close it down. Through all his struggles, Sanders never gave up and continued to chase his dreams. Eventually, he decided to move his operation across the street to a full-fledged restaurant. His chicken was so delicious that it caught the attention of the governor of Kentucky, Ruby Laffoon, who bestowed upon him the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel in 1935. And thus began the journey of Colonel Sanders and his finger-licking good KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken is born. In 1952, Colonel Sanders decided to share his secret recipe for the finger-licking good chicken with the rest of the nation and started franchising his business. But have you ever wondered who was the first person to jump on the opportunity to serve the Colonel's chicken? It was none other than Pete Harmon in Salt Lake City, who saw the potential of Kentucky Fried Chicken as a southern delicacy. But what happened when a new interstate reduced traffic at Sanders' own restaurant? He had to sell it in 1955, but instead of giving up, he did something unexpected. He hit the road and started cooking batches of his chicken in different restaurants, striking deals that paid him a nickel for every chicken sold. Can you imagine the Colonel traveling across the country, spreading the gospel of his delicious chicken, and all his hard work paid off by 1964? He had over 600 franchised outlets and sold his interest in the company for a whopping $2 million to a group of savvy investors. Kentucky Fried Chicken, the brainchild of Colonel Sanders, went public in 1966 and was listed on the New York Stock Exchange by 1969. By the time Hublin Incorporated acquired KFC Corporation in 1971, the company had more than 3,500 franchised and company-owned restaurants worldwide for a whopping sum of $285 million. KFC then became a subsidiary of R.J. Reynolds Industries Incorporated, now RJR Nabisco Incorporated, when Hublin Incorporated was acquired by Reynolds in 1982. But the journey didn't stop there. In October 1986, KFC was acquired by PepsiCo Incorporated for around $840 million, making it one of the most successful fast food chains in the world. Death. Colonel Sanders, the man behind the famous Kentucky Fried Chicken, passed away at the age of 90 from pneumonia. At the time of his death, the KFC franchise had grown to around 6,000 locations in 48 countries. But that was just the beginning, as the legacy of Colonel Sanders and his finger-licking good chicken continued to expand. By 2013, KFC had an estimated 18,000 locations in 118 countries, making it one of the most successful fast food chains in the world. The Colonel's entrepreneurial spirit and his secret recipe for delicious fried chicken have truly made a lasting impact on the world of food. As such, Colonel Harland Sanders is a true inspiration for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed by rejection or discouraged by setbacks. From the fryer to the fryer, the story of Colonel Harland Sanders serves as a reminder that success doesn't come easy. Faced with rejection, setbacks, and even a deadly shootout, Sanders kept frying, and look where it got him, the founder of one of the largest fast food chains in the world. Don't let anyone or anything hold you back, like the Colonel. Keep pushing and keep frying. And there you have it, folks, the incredible story of Colonel Harland Sanders, the man behind the world-famous Kentucky Fried Chicken. From his humble beginnings to the creation of one of the largest fast food chains in the world, Colonel Sanders' journey was filled with setbacks and challenges. But through it all, he never gave up and kept pushing forward. His story serves as a reminder that success doesn't come easy, but with determination and perseverance, anything is possible. So the next time you're feeling discouraged, remember the story of Colonel Sanders and keep pushing on. Well, thanks for watching our video on the life and legacy of Colonel Sanders. If you like this biography, please like the video and subscribe to our channel to be amongst the first to know when we release a new video. Here are some videos for you to watch. See you in one of the next videos.